You fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I've kind of lost track myself. But Ian, this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you?
Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up!
Oh, man.
That, bro.
You don't know. I don't know, man. I'll be going a little way everywhere with my intros, man. You know, but you know, Mother Day's right around the corner, man. That's a good thing, you know. You know what I mean? You're still a mother if you gave him up. You know what I mean? You're still a mother in my eyes.
What the fuck?
You know what I mean? They still a mother. They just couldn't afford them, you know.
I don't know how to respond to that, but that's different.
You know, that's different how you add that shit to it, man. But you just came off the VR shit, man. I got a lot of information about that shit. I didn't know it was like a whole little world like that. Niggas playing pool and chess and shit. This shit different.
You know what's
in
crazy
the VR
about
world.
that shit, bro? It's almost like the next up in the world. And then if you bring it to podcasting, it's like we can, how you say it? We can be sitting next to each other. You feel me? Right next to each other. And have everybody in the audience and shit. And it's all virtual reality, but people can walk up and talk to you on stage. I mean, talk to you on your microphones and shit, man. Have conversations with you, full conversations right then and there. And they do. You know what I'm saying? They can join through the phone. They don't have to have a VR set to join. There's so many ways for people to interact with you and really be able to like be there. Like instead of just having to sit there and type or hopefully you see they shit or not. Like you really can see a person like ready to talk and shit. So it's really dope over there, man. I did that podcast. I did her podcast, the Elaborate podcast, the Elaborate podcast.
It's on VR?
It's on VR. She puts it on, she puts her show on YouTube, but the podcast is actually full VR, the room and everything. So I'm in there. I did the show. I did a couple clips to show the show, what the show was like, but I did the show, and it's like people in the background, backstage, they talking crazy, getting ready. The one dude like, hold on, before you start the show, let me grab my drink. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like everybody right next to each other at that one moment, at that time. Like I'm sitting in her studio talking to her. She got her shit laid out like a bed. And I'm sitting in her bed talking to her, and everybody in the audience looking at us. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, and then look, the first time we was in there, her bed malfunctioned. So all these fireworks and shit started going up and shit. But in the middle of the bed, it's like this little white liquid splashing up in the air. I'm like, this look like a freak. Like, but it's all virtual reality though. So we switched the room or whatever. But yeah, man, it's just a dope thing though, bro. It's dope. I can't wait to get my shit together. I'm finna get me a podcast lit virtual reality build. You know what I'm saying? I think a ride. And bro, they got comedy in there. You can go in there and practice all your jokes to people that really just be in the comedy stage. You can get on stage, talk on the microphone, and motherfuckers will sit there and listen. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro. I did it.
I gotta look this up. VR.
Man, bro, I swear. VR. Look, Horizon Worlds Comedy Club. Just type that in when you get. Man, Horizon Worlds
right now. I'm about to go there right now. Let me see.
Hold on, man. I'll do it for you then. What you mean?
All right. Send me shit then.
Hold on.
I'll put it on the screen.
Let's see. Can I do it on this TikTok? Here we go. Yep. Here we go. I'm about to share it. Share. Entire screen. Yep. Turn on the sound. Boom. There it go.
Click this shit.
One thing I learned about the metaverse is that I learned when not to talk to people. Like, you don't talk to people when you see their arms like this. That means they don't want to talk to you right now. You know, or if you see them looking up and their hands clicking like this, like.
Got people worried about me, so I was like, let's get therapy, right? So if you listen to podcasts, you've heard of BetterHelp online therapy, right? It's
Hey everybody, it's me, Raleigh D. Happy holidays. I'm here at the Soapstone Comedy Club with my good friend.
Did you know that they have full-on comedy clubs in virtual reality? Check this out.
I am Aaron. I am known as the unemployed alcoholic, and a lot of people wonder how I became the unemployed alcoholic. And to tell you the truth, it was pretty easy.
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
right? I'm telling you, bro.
Crazy. That is crazy that niggas can really do some minutes VR.
Now, check this out. Let's say you get in there and you rock that shit, right? You can make your own Rod's comedy club in there. You can pay a nigga $100, $200. You might, if you cool enough with a nigga, you might not have to pay him shit. He might just give you a, like, you ever heard of like when people duplicate something and just change up everything in there for you and shit like that? It's like a whole, it used to be a whole room and they just switch it around for you. He might just do something like that. People be having like 30 rooms that they don't even do nothing with. Like they be done built something and just left it alone. They'll give it to you.
Also, you telling me would you go in the VR system and give VR $100 and you can have your own room?
You get in there like this, you go in your room. Same way a nigga make you a page, they make you a room instead of a page. That's all it's.
So you go through the metaverse to do it, or you got to get Joe Smo to do it.
No, you listen. You can create your you can build your own. You got it's an app on there called Meta Horizons. You can build your own world, however you want to build it. You can build it. You can put houses over here, streets, cars, buildings, whatever you want to build. Whatever you think you can build, you can build. But if you don't got the time to do all that and make shit all right and do all that, there are people out here who spend time doing it. And so they might charge you for it if y'all not cool, which is understandable because I don't sit here for a whole hour, 2 hours and built this world, nigga. And do you want me to just give it to you? Why don't you take your 2 hours and build it? And I guarantee you, if you don't know what you're doing, it might take you 2-3 days or weeks, nigga, months, shit. Who knows? Like, so, but yeah, so you go in there, you get your world or whatever. And after that, like, let's say you got Rod's Comedy Club, you know what I'm saying? To where everybody know, follow Rod's Comedy Club world. And whenever he on, you know, you're going to go in there and have fun. Or people can just go in there and do what they do. Like, it ain't got to be for you. You can just throw events. Like, I'm only going to be here on Thursdays at 10. Like, you know what I'm saying? But all through the week, anybody can come in there and play around and do all this other shit, whatever you got set up in your world. But then on Thursdays at 10, they all know that you will be there. So you can have little areas in your place where right here there's a wall and there's Rod comedy t-shirts. And you can say shit like, hey, on Thursdays at 10, each shirt got a different number on it. One person that get $50 or something like that, right? But the shirt costs $10. And 10 people done bought it, so now you got $100 and you just give somebody 50, whoever get the number. And if they don't get the number, you don't give them shit. But you do want to show them proof that this is the number. You might have a little wrong. I don't know. Anyways, you can do that, but you can make real money off of it. Like niggas will buy a virtual t-shirt, bro. Like niggas will buy virtual clothes. Listen, I'll tell you one last story before we get into the show. They got this shit called, they got this spades world where you can go in there and sit at the table and play spades with niggas and shit, right? I just told this story on my show. You go in there, you stand at the table. It's a table, 4 slots for each, space. Niggas is in there with they better characters with chairs. The chairs that they are sitting in cost $20 for you to get. It's a prop chair. You buy it as an add-on, and then you use it to sit down in. But you're using it to sit down with a meta character. So I'm sitting in my chair already. Then I walk over with my medic character, buy a chair for my medic character, and then sit down and use that. And I paid $20 for the chair. Now I didn't do it, but every time I go in here and play spades on this virtual reality set, there are people that are sitting down at the table in their chairs. I'm looking at the chairs. This is at least $100 of chairs at this one table right here. It's like 4 chairs. You know what I'm saying? So that's 80. Plus another 4. It's like 5 tables in here with chairs. And this is just one person's world. He made a spades world. Everybody come play spades. They buy chairs, buy little props and shit, little remote guns, like all kinds of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that money go to him, and then I guess he get like meta a percentage, but it's a hustle. I know all kinds of people in there that make money, bro. It's different in there, bro. And then you just seeing her promoting her soap comedy club, like, hey, my name, Riley. Next thing you know, you talking to a whole bunch of people. You go in there and talk to her. She in there with a whole bunch of people around her. Oh, what you do? Well, I tell jokes. You telling your little jokes and shit. Excuse me, not little jokes. You telling your jokes and stuff. And boom, next thing you know, hey, bro, I said I think you'll go great. Let's talk a business or something. I might give you a world, but nigga, you know, we gotta work together in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of shit, bro. For real. For real.
That is crazy, man. That the metaverse is like that, man. You know what I
they
mean?
got clubs. They got clubs where niggas just go in there and congregate with music playing and shit. Like, it's going crazy in there, bro.
Damn. It's really like, it's crazy that how quick technology advanced, man. We old enough to remember the Etch-a-Sketch. That was nigga's first tablet. You know what I mean? The iPod Nanos, you know what I mean? The MP3 player.
Sketch Armstrong.
You know what I mean? This
nah,
shit
you ain't. But see,
crazy.
nigga, first off, nigga, I'm 38. You like 33 or some shit. Nigga, you ain't finna sit here.
You acting like it's a big gap like that, nigga.
5 years is a big 5. What happened
Oh,
okay, listen. I was born in 86. I was born in 86, the end of 86 to be at that. You was born in what, 91?
92, nigga.
92? You was born in 92. So yeah, because I was born
92.
at the end of 86, right? So you was born in 92. 92, nigga. You wasn't even old enough to realize the impact Tupac had dying by the time you was 4.
Nigga, I didn't give a fuck about Tupac.
That's the point I'm making. The times was different.
Niggas didn't listen to Tupac.
So when you was 4 or 5, I was 10 crying about Tupac dying.
You the only nigga crying.
Nah, niggas are sad. See, that's
you
what I'm saying.
You
was 4 years. You was 5 years old.
You a Midwest nigga. You a Midwest
nigga. Okay.
Niggas on the East Coast wasn't crying.
Okay. That was 96. You was about to be 5 years old. Okay. Or 4. You was 4, about to be 5 probably in that year.
Yeah, niggas. When Biggie died, niggas.
You was 10 years old. Or about to be 10 when Juvenile said Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 in the 2000s.
I remember that
you
shit.
Didn't even understand
Shake
that.
Fast. I was listening to all that shit. Shake You Fast. All them New Orleans niggas, man.
You didn't understand.
I remember when Hot Boys movie came out, nigga. How the fuck you gonna play me? I remember Hot Boys movie came out. Master P. Hot Boys.
The Hot Boys of Master P.
Come on, man. Master P had the first low budget.
You know, okay, what was that movie about since you remember it? What was it about?
I don't really remember the movie.
Right, get the fuck out of here.
I don't really remember the movie.
Right.
If you ask me Juice shit like that, I remember that because I watched Juice multiple times. I didn't watch Hot Boys multiple times.
You said Juice?
Juice. Yeah.
Juice?
Above the rim, shit like that. But I don't really remember Hot Boys like that. I remember
but Juice is a reasonable movie to watch 5 years later anyway. That's something that I probably wouldn't turn on Hot Boys. I just remember it.
But he is the first nigga to do movies. He did movies before.
He
did movies before Ice Cube.
I got the hookup. Was definitely Foolish, fire. Even the Hot Boys was cool. I just didn't like Silk acting in that. I think that movie, because it was based so much off of Silk, the Shocker, and then him trying to be like a good guy and be a good man and shit like that. It was just like weird. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That was like the first. He was the first nigga to do the movies like that. Hip hop. I mean, producing it and putting his own money in his movies. Ice Cube came. you gotta remember he did that shit before Ice Cube. I think that I got the hookup or came out before Friday. I'm not too sure, but I think it is.
I got the hookup came out before. They might have came out around the same. No, Friday might have. Nah.
Let me see. Let me go see. Let me see. 98. Let me see. Friday.
98. That was I got the hookup.
Yeah, Friday. Oh no. 95. Friday came out.
Friday came out 95.
Yeah, Masterpiece. Movies produced. No, I was wrong. This shit started in 98. Master P movie.
Yeah, you got the last
Don.
Then he had the Foolish movie.
Yeah,
that
I was
No
wrong.
Tomorrow movie. I don't know. That was it. That Lockdown was crazy.
I was wrong. My fault, Ice Cube. I apologize, nigga.
I got the hookup. About it came out in 97.
I apologize, man. I apologize. I was wrong. I was wrong, man. I was wrong, though. Sometimes you know what I mean. You gotta say.
Sometimes you gotta take accountability, man.
Accountability's, accountability's everything, you know.
Yeah, Ice Cube been making movies. Yeah, he been in movies because Boys in the Hood came out in 90. Matter of fact, nigga, Boys in the Hood came out before you was born, nigga. Get the fuck out of here talking about some fucking toys and shit that came out and shit.
You know what I mean?
You wasn't even old enough to realize what Boys in the Hood was till 2000.
I ain't worried about that because you know what?
Did you ever even watch Boys in the Hood?
Yes, I have. Don't play with me like that. I
13
watch
and
High
something,
Learning.
nigga.
No, watch High Learning, Deep Cover. Don't fucking play with me, man. Don't play with me. Cornbread Earl and Me. You know what I mean? Dead Presidents. I watched all that shit. Man. Don't play with me.
Dangerous Grounds.
Damn, I got fucking gnats. Yeah, I hate gnats. We got like fruit in your house. The fucking gnats be terrible, man.
Them bitches.
But man, yeah, I remember that shit. Don't play with me, man. When DMX had that double album shit, I was out here, man. I remember when niggas was wearing the motherfucker. What's it called? What's this shit called? Fuck, I forgot the shit called. What's that shit called, man? That he used to wear with the buckles. What the fuck was them? Corduroys. I remember when niggas was wearing them shits, man.
Bro, you too young for the East Coast, West Coast to be, bro. You was 3 years old during the East Coast, West Coast.
You know what I mean? OJ did that shit in 91. That nigga did it in 91. I wasn't there for that when that nigga was chased by the cops. I wasn't there for that.
Bro. Nigga, in a major way dropped in 95, nigga. That's fucking E40. Nigga, you don't know nothing about that.
Nah, I was not a big E40 fan, so you can't. You got me.
You got me, nigga.
You got me.
Tupac dropped Me Against the World, nigga.
I didn't like Tupac. You keep on. I liked it. Let me tell you, my favorite Tupac songs are the shit he had with your boys Bone Thugs and Harmony. I forgot that shit with pow pow. I forgot what's that song called. That shit hard though. I ain't gonna lie. That's the hardest shit ever.
About, pop pop hug when us.
Yeah, that nigga. Tupac spazzed on that. I give him that one. He spazzed on that shit.
I'd rather be punished for hard living down to the facts.
Yeah, he got me in that. And my other favorite Tupac song is "I Ain't Mad at You." That's my favorite song.
There's no way you sitting here telling me that them the only two songs you fuck with.
Yeah, that's
I ain't saying he got to be your favorite rapper.
I'm just saying, like, this the two songs that really touch my heart. They touch my heart. I didn't, you know, my mom was
Really
too
got a
tough.
baby?
My mom was too tough. I couldn't relate.
Only God can judge me.
Nah, I ain't. But big.
Oh yeah. You know what? She looks so good. I suck on the daddy dick. Y'all niggas.
You know what I mean? That's a Richard Pryor line. Richard
I
Pryor
know.
said
I
that
know
in the show.
exactly what line. What
You know
about?
what I mean?
What about? Fucking kill his kids. Fuck him in his ass.
My man Gut, I throw him underneath the bridge, let him fuck you in the ass. You know what I mean? That's a
What the fuck?
shoot your kid in the ankle. That nigga, my man Big with this. You know what I mean? My man Big, man. But Big, you know what I mean? Big and Big Pun, the Capital Punisher.
Bro, no way niggas really fuck with Big Pun, bro.
Why
Punisher.
that nigga is the greatest Puerto Rican rapper ever, man. Don't disrespect that nigga, man.
Okay, I give you that.
The greatest Puerto Rican rapper of all time.
That's what we going off of course. I give you that. You for sure get that.
It's got other Puerto Rican rappers.
I don't know.
Daddy Yankee, nigga.
Pitbull.
Daddy Yankee. He's not Puerto Rican, nigga.
The fuck is he?
I thought he was something else. I thought the nigga
Mariosa. That sounds Puerto Rican to me.
I don't fucking know, man. But yeah, my man Pun, Nori. I remember when Nori.
Cuban.
What?
Cuban. What's the name? Cuban.
Yeah, that Nori came up with that. Nah, that's totally different countries, nigga.
Alexa.
Nah,
are Cubans
nigga.
and Puerto Ricans the same?
Nah, nigga.
I know about 3 Cuban Puerto Rican national masters.
Cubans are from Cuba, nigga.
Stop. You said what?
Cubans come from Cuba, nigga. Puerto Rico is a territory, nigga. They totally different, nigga.
Yeah, we Puerto Rico's part of us. Cuba, we don't fuck with Cuba. You're right.
Cuba can't even say hi. Them niggas can't even get on the boats. They see them niggas on the banana boats. They shooting them niggas down. You want to talk about Mexicans have it bad? Cubans come over that motherfucker floor. It's over.
They so or nothing.
They coming out with them the Uzi clips, the Rambo clips. Them niggas got no shot. But yeah, man, I'm more 90s, early 2000s. I believe that's when the best albums came out. I remember when that Black album came out. That shit was bumping. Aren't you not entertained? That nigga came out that motherfucker had that part playing on the beginning. I said, oh
yeah. I fuck with Blueprint too.
And Kanye came out with that motherfucking College Dropout. I said, oh shit. Because
that's your time. Yeah, that's your time.
He was the first nigga to really. I don't know if he's a creative backpack rap, but I think he made it popular backpack rap. Him, Lupe, and I feel like Common and Wale are similar.
I feel like Common and Wale are simple. I mean,
similar. Yeah, similar. A lot of relationship, women.
Yeah, but Common them beats though. Common kept his beats more like
soulful. It is soulful beats.
Yeah, your old school type beats like new urban soulful, old school. However, you said College Dropout.
That shit came out. That's because the same time
came out in 2004. Yeah, that came out in 2004.
Because that motherfucker, because I was so let down when that Get Rich Die Trying came out, and then that Curtis album came out. I was like, Fit, what you doing, 50? What you doing?
You ain't like Get Rich Die Trying album?
I did, but that Curtis album fucked it up. I was like, yo, he got too commercial too quick. I like that gritty shit he had on. That's why I like them niggas now, Griselda, because they keep it gritty. You ever listen to them?
Nah, I heard of them, but I ain't never listened to them.
They some gritty niggas.
Lil Wayne dropped the Carter that year, same year as Kanye.
Yeah,
a couple months later, the Roots dropped that year. That
And
was
What
a
You Call
cool
came
year.
out. What You Call came out too, right? The documentary.
What's that documentary?
Yeah. The Game. Like 05. Oh, I think that shit came out 05 too.
Oh, the
06.
Game CD documentary. The album.
Yeah.
I don't think it came out the same year
It might have
as.
been like 6 or something. 6, 7.
Eminem dropped the Encore that year. I'm looking. T.I. dropped Urban Legend. Yeah, he didn't come out that year.
I remember that shit. My cousin was blasting that Urban Legend.
Urban Legend was it. Cameron dropped. Ludacris dropped.
What was that? The Battles of Sex?
The Red Light District.
Dude, you know what I've been thinking about, man?
What's that?
We listen to 2 Chainz and Ludacris. Their subject matter the same. When you think about it, I mean, they're like goofy ass rappers. They be saying goofy shit in their bars.
Did you say 2 Chainz?
Yeah, they say goofy shit in their bars.
I am smoking on that gas. Life should be on Cinemax movies. Bought my boo bigger tits and a bigger ass.
like what the fuck?
Oh, I smoke strong that Popeye. That nigga funny.
Then that one song, what was that song that came out? Mama didn't raise no bitch or something. That nigga said me and my mom took shifts on the fucking same couch trapping. I say, what the fuck? This nigga he just be saying off the wall shit.
He might have been his mama was trapping. Telling us his story.
Oh yeah, and also that Jeezy, when that Jeezy came out, what was that? Was that not the recession? That Thug Motivation?
Motivation, yeah. That one right there.
I think he really do too. Got an underrated mixtape game. He got a really underrated mixtape game.
The one thing that he did that kind of made sense to me, was when he did the mixtape, he put a lot of like songs that he wasn't gonna release, but he put like his main songs that was gonna be released on this album. He would put those on his mixtapes, and I thought that was fire because it was like the whole summer before the album come out, or right before the album come out in the summer, you hearing that shit on a mixtape, like you hearing the songs that's gonna be on the actual album, and then he throws some more songs on the fucking album. It's just like crazy as fuck. So that whole now everything after that, because like that what was the next album, bro? Was it Can't Ban the Snowman?
I thought it was Recession. Wasn't that Recession?
No, I think it was Can't Ban the Snowman, dog. It was either Can't Ban the Snowman or fuck. Let me see, I'm looking it up. It was it was the Inspiration. So now I don't know nothing about the thugging under the influence. That's when they called him Lil J. But the Inspiration, right after Thug Motivation, the Inspiration, I'm like, man, he definitely on top Thug Motivation with the Inspiration. And I think he went to New York on them personally. A lot of niggas
I think what you call it, man, too, man. I feel like NBA YoungBoy is the Boosie of our generation.
You listen to
the young boys, You know, Boosie was always getting in trouble.
You listen to him?
I liked some of his earlier shit. But you know what? You know who's been on my shit too, man? My wife got me on him. Ride Wave, man. I see why them niggas like them. I see why the YNs like that nigga.
I all the goddamn time. Just like you. Crying about them chicken heads. Oh, I hate these bitches.
Yeah, that's true too, man. That's true.
All right, I know.
Everybody go. Like everybody crashed out over chicken head.
I ain't crash out. Got angry. I might have did. I ain't gonna say crash out, but I might have did some petty shit.
I went full Drake on the bitch one time, man. The bitch was Bitch was, you know what I mean, getting smashed out by old head. I called old head. Man, come pick that bitch up, nigga. And he hung up on me. You know what I mean? That shit real, man.
Why would you say it like that, bro?
Come pick this bitch up, man. The nigga
Why
that
would
come
you
pick her
call
up.
me, bro?
I was listening to Marvin Room that day, you know what I mean? Drinking ice cold 40, man.
Never involved a man, dog. This nigga stupid, dog.
I was drinking ice cold 40. You know what I mean? Drinking that 99-cent, you know what I mean, pop off bottle, you know what I mean? When you drink that 99 cents liquor, man, make you go out, man.
I don't involve no nigga, man. I reminder, like nigga, you can be that. That's what it could be. I ain't gonna call no nigga. Though. I ain't knocking you for what you did, but I ain't about to call him telling him that. She better call him. Get the fuck on.
I don't, you know what I mean?
You already been calling him out.
At this point in my life, man, after that crash out, I'm like, yo, like life goes on, man. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't crash out.
Life go on. Is more bitches in the ocean.
More colors in the crown box.
There's more crowns in the crown box. You don't gotta be on Stressby Street, man. You know what I mean? You don't gotta crash out and be in the penitentiary because the bitch is a whore. You gotta let them go, man. Throw them back in the pond and keep on going, man. Keep on noodling, you know what I mean? You know, that's real.
Catfish noodling.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't understand, man. Noodling is a good reference for the dating world, man. Because sometimes you go in that dark hole and you think you're digging out the right woman for you, and she really don't be the right woman for you. You know what I mean? It's like putting the corner piece in a puzzle in the middle. It ain't gonna fit.
So noodling is known as hand fishing.
Hand fishing. You know what I mean?
It's a fishing technique where individuals catch fish by the head.
Yeah, that's a good metaphor for dating, man. You be hand fitting, man. So sometimes you lose your fucking fist hand, you know what I mean? Oh shit, Golden State won again, man. Wow.
Oh, they going to the next round? I'm meant to be watching that. I was doing my show, then I came over here. I forgot all about it.
Yeah, a nigga told me, man. I'm supposed to have somebody on here, man. So this is what I want for my new show, man. I do want I want comedians to come on here or people with high energy that's gonna bring something to the show. You know what I mean? To bounce off like we did last week. Because I feel like you get shit off that, you know what I mean? And it makes a better show. You know what I mean?
No, I mean it just depends on what I'm looking at, what you're really trying to do, like how you gonna have it set up. You know, it's a lot of podcasts where people just sit around and talk. So it's like what makes sure it's different from everybody else when you're doing it like when you're trying to do it, you know?
That's what I'm trying to have. I'm trying to be the black Johnny Carson. You know?
The black Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
Of podcasting.
A podcasting. You know?
And he a lawyer, right?
No, you don't remember Johnny Carson, the fucking TV show, nigga?
No. Let me enlighten me.
Let me bring this shit back because this shit was legendary, man. Let me look this shit up. Oh shit. Let me. Bing, bing, bing. Share screen. No, let me choose a different. Bing, bing, bing. This shit playing?
Good. Okay. Richard Pryor's here tonight. I think Richard Pryor is probably the funniest man. It would embarrass him for me to say this while he was sitting here. I know him, but I think he's one of the true geniuses working comedy today. He's not only thinks funny, he's a skilled comedy actor, and he's got a great string of movies out in recent years, and now he's co-starring in Superman 3. Richard Pryor.
That was funny, man.
That was all right, huh?
Yeah, I like that.
Coming from you, okay. If you thought that was funny, I'll buy that. How you doing?
I'm great. I feel wonderful.
Yeah, you look.
So pretty much, but on a Tubi edition version.
So the host was Johnny Carson.
Yeah, he was a host. He was like Jay Leno of his time. He was like Jay
Oh.
Leno of his time. You know what I mean? Arsenio Hall was the one that did his own, but it was short lived.
So you want to be like the comedian host?
Yeah, but not like that. You know what I mean? Which, like I said, I liked the episode we did last week because I thought that shit was dope. I enjoyed that episode. You know what I mean? The topics, you know what I mean? You put a little serious militant shit to your shit. Then we bounced off that. The other nigga, the guest, Darrell, brought something. I feel like you got to fill the quiet spots. You know what I mean, on the podcast to help them grow. And
You said I gotta feel it. You said I gotta feel it.
No, I'm just saying with people that's
When you doing the
lively,
show.
the guests, when they bring shit to the thing, it adds more to the podcast. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. But when you bring in a guest, like, do they know like they bringing their own content to the show?
What you mean?
Like, if I come to your show, I'm coming to your show looking at the fact that you got something lined up. You probably got a topic or something. However you got the show coming, you want me to be on the show to, you know what I'm saying? Rock with you. So if I come on the show and I'm let's say a comedian, am I supposed to come to your show and tell jokes? Or you gonna ask me a question, I'm gonna make it jokey, or am I just gonna go with the flow? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's and not even that. I wouldn't even want you to do that because a lot of niggas don't understand. If you bring your jokes up, you can't keep on using them. It's not like being an artist. You can't use the same shit you publish, you know what I mean? You can, but you gotta recook it up. You gotta redo it to make it, you know what I mean? But you put on the net. But like we was doing the other week, we was doing a lot of improv. That nigga just snapped on it, told the story about the bitch shitting on his face or no farting on his face.
Mm-hmm.
He just brought that shit out the air, and I'm like, let me add my little 2 cents right there. Pop. So it's more like improv than really doing material. It's like doing who line is it anyway? Remember that show?
Okay, I see.
Wayne Brady, you know what I mean? So it's not really doing material per se. You know what I mean?
Nah, is that was something that he would be interested in, or is that
Who?
bro that was here last week? You're talking about the light skinned dude, right? The comedian, the other comedian.
No, I'm not saying to bring him on.
Does
I'm saying to
anybody?
bring other comedians on, and or like some people got, like I said, going to match the energy, and to have other topics. That's why I said I'm gonna have you doing the color nigga news. You know what I mean? You bring some topics you feel that.
So
your pro black news, and then we.
You want to do improvs?
Yeah, pretty much.
That sounds like it would be interesting.
It'd be almost like I mean, not even say improv. It'd be like, it could be like the Tom Joyner show. You know, they had all the other characters. He had J. Anthony Brown. He had the one chick, Sybil, and I don't know if y'all had that in Ohio, Tom Joyner show.
No, but I heard it being on the road a few times. He have a lot of people in there. Or like what's the name? It's kind of like what's the name?
Steve Harvey.
Him too. Funny nigga with the glasses though.
Ricky Smiley.
Yeah. And then he got the one dude that always call in talking about be late for work and all this other shit. Or be calling Tom Joyner, I think be prank calling somebody.
So something like that. I did talk to Mar. I sent him some messages so he can do sports. Like, yo, what's going on with sports? And, you know what I mean? And then we just improv the rest. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about that.
I'll pull up for the most part. I ain't got no problem with helping you out, especially as far as the news and shit go.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep my shows underneath an hour and keep it like that and break them down.
Even if it's just as much as like a show raw and censored news or something like that. I'll make clips for you to where you can just play them.
That's cool too.
I'll work on it.
That's cool.
Hell yeah, but so you said Florida Catfish Noodling. What the hell is that, bro?
That's what I was saying, man. Noodling.
Florida Catfish. What the fuck Florida Catfish got to do with it?
I'm just saying, I just put that as just a wild title, man. I didn't have no set topics today. But you know, life been life, man. My daughter's about to come this week, so I was on the run today. I didn't come up with no topics.
Yeah. How you feel about the Lakers?
I think the Lakers need to get a big.
Lakers. How you feel about the playoffs? I'm mad about the Lakers. My kids talking in the background though, so I was
playoffs. It's cool though. They're playing physical. All the old heads can't complain about this playoff. The playoffs this year because they're playing physical. They're letting them play for the most part. But it's just not going back to the 90s where niggas had 8 balls falling out the socks.
Answer this question. You know the three, right? The arc of the three, the top of the key, right? You know how it curve and then it gets to that angle and then it ends up being the side three, the sideline three. So right there at that angle where it becomes the sideline three. How would you feel if it just went, or the line just went all the way into out of bounds and not down, and that be your only thing, like top of the key?
They're not gonna let that happen because they like shit how it is, man.
Niggas are getting tired of the three. They want post back. They want the post back, and they feel like if you go stand in the corner. But ain't no three over there. Anything inside the line is two. So why would you stand on the corner and wait for a wide open two? Which means you're gonna bring back a post player.
You're right. But I don't think they ain't gonna do that, man. But
well, I seen them talking about.
I don't think everybody went to 3. The bigs, you would never see a Shaq anymore in 2025. Oh, somebody gonna play in the paint and just jam on niggas.
I don't know.
None of them bigs jamming no more. Them niggas want that 3-point shot. All them niggas chasing threes.
Wemby, huh? Well, Wemby ain't no big. Wemby just a tall ass skinny nigga.
Wemby can go down that motherfucker if he want to, but he's only like 197 pounds. I think he ain't trying to go up there.
Go down there if he wants to. That's a lie.
I mean, Giannis going down there, but he ain't
Giannis going down there if he wants to.
And that's why I'm praying to the stars. Giannis, come to LA. LA feel like Greece, nigga.
Which one? LA or motherfucking the Clippers or Lakers?
No, there's only one LA team, nigga.
Y'all niggas disrespectful like they ain't just go game 7 or something.
Nigga, there's only one LA team, nigga. Come on, man.
They just went game 7.
Like we talk about California teams, you talk about the 49ers. You don't talk about the Rams, nigga. Come on, man.
We do talk about the Rams. Didn't they just win the Super Bowl?
You don't talk about the team. You talk about the 49ers, nigga. We talk about California football.
Okay,
man.
but nigga.
When you talk about Ohio college football, you talk about Ohio State. You don't talk about Akron and Miami, Ohio University. Come on, man. You talk about Ohio State, man.
First off, nigga, if I turn on my college football game right now, my favorite team set its favorites is gonna say Akron Zips, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
Niggas don't talk about it. You only talk about Ohio State and Ohio, nigga. You don't talk about Kent State,
Because
nigga.
they ain't making no noise. If Akron's making noise,
You don't talk about Kent State, nigga. You don't talk about.
I don't talk about Kent State because
Xavier University for basketball, nigga. You don't say them. You don't say them small niggas team. You talk about Ohio State. That's what keep the lights on Ohio, nigga. Come on, let's be real. That's what keeps the lights on Ohio, man.
I don't watch no other sport other than professional, anyways.
You talk about Alabama. You don't say.
I don't watch them but professional.
You talk about Alabama University.
But
you talk about the other UABs and you know what I mean. But
I don't talk about I don't watch no other sports, but I will say that the Clippers, they got their own stadium.
That's good for them, man. It's cute.
They got the wall.
It's cute, nigga. It's cute, man. But
it's a brand new stadium. It ain't old and ran down like that.
We don't talk about them little niggas, man.
Matter of fact, fuck it, Brian. Go across the hall, bro. Oh, ain't no across the hall. Go across the street.
No, he go there, man. I might stop talking to this nigga, man. I might delete everything LeBron off my shit, man. I might burn my sneakers. That nigga go to Clippers, man. Because I really people be shitting on their shoes, but LeBron got one of the comfortable basketball shoes. I feel them Jordans too heavy, nigga, for nigga with flat footed. Them Jordans too heavy for a flat footed nigga. But you know what I thought about, man?
What's that?
Like you know what, man? I really gotta say this, man, because I really feel like this.
I'm listening. You feel like what?
Like growing up with an uncle that was a wino that had multiple DUIs, I realized them niggas who are homosexuals, that shit's tough, man. I blew on a breathalyzer when I was like 8 years old, nigga, 9. I realized that gay shit wasn't for me, man. That gay shit wasn't for me. It's tough being gay, man.
What the fuck? The nigga say he blew on the breathalyzer.
Yeah, man. You know how hard you got blowing that shit? I'm like, yo, pause. Like, I'm not built for this shit. I'm glad I'm not, I like women, man.
I don't know what to say. See, those are spots you do you feel thin. When you can't say shit like that.
I'm just saying, like people, you know what? Our people with being homophobes, we don't understand, man. When you really poor, you think about it. You share the couch with your male cousins. I know a lot of niggas right now. When you on the block, you shit 8 niggas going the same blunt. I'm like, that's kind of, you know what I mean? You break down a chicken bone together. You on a date, pause. You break down food with your homeboy. You think about it. You know what I mean? All this shit before this no homo game
with
some crazy shit. You bust down a bottle, Hennessy bottle. Y'all both share the bottle, 8 niggas. That's wild.
I don't think that puts you in a homophobic position.
I'm just saying, you share a spit, nigga.
Niggas ain't allowed to put their lips on the bottle though.
I'm just saying some disrespectful, habitual line steppers.
So I get it. When my niggas stop at the spot, get us a piece of roll up.
You know what I seen the other day? A nigga was on the same bike with a nigga. The nigga was on doing the ET.
That's pushing it.
The
Unless
nigga was doing the ET. He was on top of the handlebars. The other nigga was riding.
Now that's pushing it. Unless it's like an emergency. Like I got to get there. Maybe I'm about to die. Maybe my baby about to be born. Who the fuck knows? That's pushing it. Unless it's an emergency. And I get to the school, something going on with my kids. Nigga, that's the only way I can get there. But other than that, yeah, that's crazy. Who the fuck gets in the back of the bike? Right? Don't come over. I'm finna come pick you up, bro. We're finna ride around the city. All right, I'll see them get outside and I get outside. Come on, hop on, bro.
Like
I'm unfriend you and block you.
I'm gonna sit on the sidecar or some shit like that.
For sure.
I'm not gonna put dick to ass, you know. I
don't even know if I can sidecar though.
The sidecar cool though.
I can't fit probably.
Like I was doing one of them slingshot shit. That's just fire. I'm gonna get me one. If I get the Powerball or get some bread, I want one of them slingshots. That shit fun as shit to drive.
Look at niggas. Niggas first thing they want to do is get a sling. Niggas don't want to put nothing into the property.
I never said that, but I
first thing you want to do is build your own motherfucking slingshot.
You know what the first thing I would do though? If I hit the Powerball, I would definitely buy this because you know what? Because niggas so predictable. I'll buy me a couple recording studios because I know niggas, every nigga want to be a rapper. And I could tax a nigga. Right? I get a podcast studio. I get a laundromat. I'll get a club for comedy.
Okay.
Because that's my next thing. Like I'm trying to save up some decent bread out. I'm gonna run my own. I'm gonna produce my own show and get some niggas on it. I'm gonna get my little homie to record it. Huh?
You bet on yourself, right? You say your money up, and I could be telling you some wrong information because I ain't no financial advisor. I'm just giving you an idea.
You think I am? Mm-hmm. A nigga still got an Xbox 360 with my credit score, nigga. What the fuck you think I'm a financial advisor?
So speaking of credit scores, what you do is you get your credit score right. You get these banks to give you a certain amount of credit, and you take a year and you just work on your credit for a whole year. You don't even really need that long, but a year gets you together. Like no matter how much in debt you're in, you work on your credit for a year, bro. Just focus on your credit. I'm telling you, they'll give you something like 10, 20 bands in credit, right? But
my shit right now, I got a $10 credit card.
But stupid. But what ends up happening is you go get them to, you know what I'm saying, give you a down payment on like a little building or something. Then you use that credit for all your shit. You know what I'm saying? Your speakers, your microphone, your work, whatever you need to do, your food, whoever gonna be rocking with you right then and there, nigga. And then you promote that shit, nigga. You bet on yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then nigga, if that shit rock out like it rock out, you can pay that credit back, nigga. Not only will they give you double, and the next time you go and rock something, it's a bigger arena, it's more food, it's more workers, it's bigger. Like, and then you just keep doubling after that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But your first time, you bet on yourself. You really believe in your comedy shit. Get your credit together, nigga, and have these niggas pay for it, and then make that shit pay them back. You know,
That's I think next year. I think next year I'm gonna do like I got a homeboy got a good camera. Thinking next year might do like a 10-minute special, 15-minute special.
You need an iPhone 16, nigga, and do that shit.
And I make it look real pearly, edit it, pow, and I'm out of here. You know, because you know what I mean. At the end of the day, man, I want it like I'm at the situation right now. I don't want to make it big till I'm like 40, like 41 when I'm off that child support. You know what I mean? I don't want to make them payments go too high. I don't want to make a nigga. You know what I mean? I'm too pro-black to get the money to his sister. You know what I mean? She wasn't over there shooting in the gym with me. You know what I mean?
Oh, you just playing. That's funny. That's funny. That was a good one.
Oh shit, man. Man, so you ain't going back on the road, or you done with that trucking shit, man?
Trucking ain't for fathers, and yeah, trucking ain't for fathers, man. But
my homeboy just got it shit. He's gonna do
he got kids.
His kid's old, man.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. Trucking ain't for fathers unless
that nigga's kid like I'm saying my boys like 17.
Right. That's right there. Once I get to that stage, then I'll be back trucking because it's like I ain't got nothing to worry about. I ain't got nothing to come back to. I can just go see the world without issue and get paid for it. But missing out on school trips, field trips, problems, issues, just all kinds of different things that you 3,000 miles away, you might get that accident call or any call that you can think of 3,000 miles away from your family. It's just like hard to even sleep at night sometimes,
Yeah. So I feel you because I'm gonna have another little daughter on the way anytime. So honestly,
it makes you feel vulnerable. It makes you so vulnerable, like.
And you know what I mean. I was the biggest smut, man, and so I'm kind of worried about my karma, right? You know what I mean? So I'm hopefully Diddy can be free the time my next daughter become 18. So I can use Canvia to scare a nigga. But like, yo, you don't bring it back 10 o'clock tonight, I'm putting Diddy on you.
What you gonna just call Diddy and have him pull up?
Yeah, pull up on
it. Like baby oil, you looking ass nigga.
Yeah, squirt baby oil on the nigga's face. You know what I mean? But you ever worry about that shit though, Boom?
About what? Not no motherfucking baby oil, nigga.
Not baby oil, but man, just the wrongdoing we did in our past lives, and niggas. Because I'm telling you, niggas, man, these YNs, the craftiest niggas of all time, man. Because at the end of the day, we all was young, and men known the mind games to get in some draws. I worry about shit like that.
Nigga. Say that again. Hold on. One more time, nigga. You said, do I ever worry about?
I mean, like, young boys preying on your daughters, their ages, right?
Okay, hold on. No.
Because the internet.
That's a different question. You said, do I worry about my past catching up with me?
Yeah.
Or
In a, like I say, a boom type of cat chasing your daughter
okay,
at
okay.
her age level. You know
Okay,
what I
so
mean?
number one, to answer that, and I see that is two different questions, but I'm gonna answer the first one in a different
It's
way.
a two-parter. It's a two-parter. What that white
It's a
people say.
two-parter,
Two-parter.
but they go together.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna answer the first one in a different way. With the do I see my past catching up on me? And I'm gonna say, yeah, I live it every fucking day, especially with my children. My children remind me every fucking day, nigga, of the fucking mistakes that I made. And my children are not mistakes. It's just the timing. So same kids, same mindset, different me. You feel me? The me I was wasn't a father. I wasn't the father I should have been. But my kids raised me just like I raised them, right? So I learn as I'm with them because the mistakes that they're making is letting me know not to even make them. Like, you know what I'm saying? A reminder sometimes with the school and shit. Like I might look at one of their books and be like, damn, I forgot about that. That's really simple math or some shit. Like, you know, so they raising me just like I'm raising them. So I'm reminding my mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Not just them being my mistakes. And to add on to that, do I worry about me talking to my daughters? Yes, I worry about my kids, my sons becoming to me, talking to these females out here, and I worry about my daughters, me's coming to my daughters, or my daughters liking younger me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of times you try and tell these kids the situation that you've been through, you know. And I see what you're going through. I see what you've been through, and I see what you're trying to do because I've been there. And they ain't trying to hear that because they think it's control, you know. But it do scare me, man, because like I moved, and I'm in this with this, man. I moved my kids 3,000 miles away from the city that I grew up in, right? And so now my kids are out here, and we live okay, right? But they have a lot more than other kids because of what position we put them in, right? And so they kind of like feel suburby even though we broke. And it's like they get the mom and dad in the same house, you know what I'm saying? And then it's a lot of so many other kids that's around them that's just this, that, and the other, but they single parent households. So now my kids is being influenced by this shit, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like now I gotta argue with them about people outside who don't have the same as them, and they not looking at it from that perspective. So maybe some nigga coming across like, oh nigga, I got you, little girl, little mama. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that either. You know what I'm saying? Because of them trying to resent me from keeping them from going out there.
And I feel that that's my biggest thing. And like I wish the thing of I love my daughter. I got with my ex-wife, but in some ways I wish we didn't have no kids because how bad it ended. If that makes sense.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? And because my daughter gonna live completely different from the daughter I'm about to have now. Me and my wife travel. Uh, things are different. Things are structured different. Um, my other daughter living in, let's say, low income, and my other daughter ain't gonna be able to experience that. I'm in a different place in my life. So,
Do you feel like it might be either the switch of your mentality that you wish your first daughter had gotten, or do you think that it's that the stuff that you're finna do with your new daughter you wish you could have did with your older daughter?
yeah, I wish because I was in a different place in my life. I had my daughter when I was 23. I was still a crash out. You know what I mean?
It was not mature.
Now, I'm about to be 33 years old. So my life, I look at life a little different. I ain't 23. I didn't give a fuck about dying at 23 or doing anything dumb. Like I didn't have that idea of doing that, man. My way of life at 23 is going out, drinking, playing dice. You know what I mean? And you know me chasing ass all day long. You know what I mean? I didn't have the values of, man, I need to be a parent.
Yeah.
And I slowly see the destruction I did with me and my daughter, because the ways and principle I live by now is conflicting because it's different in different households.
Nigga, I seen you smoking weed. How you gonna say it's bad to smoke weed now? I seen you smoke blunt after blunt.
Yeah, no, it's not even that. I'm like,
No, go ahead.
When I'm talking about when I had my uncle died like 3 weeks, maybe a month ago, right? 3 weeks or so. And we went all the way back to the neighborhood niggas grew up on in Aberdeen, and niggas was out there smoking, drinking, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, go to the park because I don't want you to be around people smoking and shit. And then my daughter told me, she was like, yo, the other kid's sitting here. I said, that's not you're not the mother kids. You're my kid. So that shit right there of one, you feel that I am not being fair to you is a problem.
In the comparison.
And the comparison is a problem. So I can't control other kids, but you're my kid. So you do what I asked you to do. And I had to talk to your mom about it. She feels some kind of way about you saying she can feel some kind of way. Like, I got your best interest at heart. If you don't feel that way, you're gonna eventually see it.
So one thing I did learn about these being a parent, because you know this shit don't come with no handbook, man.
There ain't no handbook, man.
You have to plant the seed and let it grow. I feel better knowing that I gave you the game than the fact that you may fail because you're not listening. It's like, as long as I know that I told you right, you know what I'm saying? I told you how it was going to be. If you go out there and hang yourself, you can't expect me to cut the rope. Now, if you go out there and hang yourself on some shit that I didn't teach you, I can help you down. But if I told you that they hanging people across the street and you walk across the street, I'm not about to run behind you and get you down. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if we sitting in the house and the motherfucker, you sitting in the house, you minding your business, the motherfucker come in here and get you and take you across the street, I'm going across the street and kill every motherfucker over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have to start as parents, like, long as I gave you the seed, now she didn't know nothing about it, or they didn't know anything about what was going on. They was just outside playing and wandered across the street. And I never told them what goes on across the street. You know what I'm saying? Then yeah, I'm gonna go over there and get my. But nigga, you know, once we plant the seed, it's on.
And the thing back in the day is, man, I live by certain principles, right? And I'm not gonna change about it. Kids should not be in adults' faces gambling, one, or just in that kind of scenario, gambling and drinking.
Conversation, all that.
You know what I mean? Like conversation. Get out of my face. Like, I came from that era of I could not be in that shit. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I tell my daughter this, and I love her dearly, but I'm not your friend. I can't be your friend. I'm here to be your guide to guide through life because I'm here temporary. Like, I got an expiration date. We all got expiration dates. So I'm here to give you the game, the much game I got. Your grandfather here still, he's here to give you the game and create opportunities for you. If you take them, you don't take them, that's on you. Like, I that's all I gotta live by. Because we on borrowed time, all of us. Like, I had a guy at my job died at 39 years old. So I live by that. I'm living my now moments, and I try to my best to enjoy my time I got.
Hey, I let them know, man. I am to feed you, house you, make sure you got. I don't have to make sure you get your wants. Just make sure you get your needs.
And that's it.
But I would love to get every want that you ask. And I don't mind even working overtime for my children, man. Whatever they want, they can get. But you have to show me why, right? It's like, I'm not just gonna get it because you're my child. You're not gonna make that my obligation. And you're not gonna make it my obligation because other kids want it. You know, you're gonna make it my obligation because you're bringing home straight A's, you keeping the house clean, or you keeping up with shit. You're doing what you're supposed to do as far as a child, to where I feel like I ain't got no choice but to get. I can't say no. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to put me in that position. Like, nigga, I'm out floors, bring home good grades. I'm never in trouble. How can you tell me no? Oh, because you're a broke nigga, or you ain't working, or you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. Because other than that, man, as children, I look at my kids, it's just like, it's crazy to look at them. Cause they my kids, like these are mine. You know what I'm saying? That's the weird part about it. They mine, like.
And the hardest part for me, man, I remember the time where I didn't think that shit would happen for me.
No kids, nigga. I ain't never could think about having them.
You know what I mean? I remember playing with my Power Rangers and shit, and my wrestlers and shit. Kids, what?
Kids,
You know
what?
I mean?
And now they hear it, and it's like kids are blessings, right? Because it's crazy. It's like you kind of had your own kid. I mean, you kind of had your own toys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to take care of them for real. But you kind of had your own toys, like. You know what I'm saying? You raise them, you play with them, you run around with them, you teach them to talk and walk.
And you know what? You know what thing about me is a little bit different because my mom died. My mom died when I was 10, so I can see the step parent role and also have my own kids. It is completely different, and that shit is more patience.
The step parent role.
Yeah, that's even more patience because you gotta be patient because it's just tougher. That's just a tough mission.
The only reason why it's tough is because
it's a lot of patience gotta go into it.
You gotta deal with the mama. If the mama, you see, a lot of times I've been in that position of the step parent. Even with my family now, like my oldest was here first before me, a year. But when they understand that don't matter, like all of them are mine, right? And it's nigga, you fuck up, they fuck up. She fuck up, she fuck up. He fuck up, he fuck up. She fuck up, she fuck. It doesn't matter. He right, he get. He right, he get. He right, he get. She right, she. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Once the mother realized that in that situation, then it's better off.
No, I'm not saying that part of the thing of
what's
the
it
kid,
like?
The kid wanting to sometimes you gotta push them buttons. You can't always be candy cane and rainbow to be like, man, you know you ain't my real dad. I'm like, all right, cool, I know that. Just call me Mr.
Okay, so you came in late. You came in late.
No, it's not. I didn't come in late. I've been with my old lady 6 years. My stepson is 8. So you do the math. He was 2. So
you didn't come in like Pop's there. And is Pop still around?
Yeah, but he got nothing.
He's still around?
Yeah, he got nothing to do with him. But I'm just saying
he's still around though.
No,
nothing to do with him.
No, but it's just the fact of it's just difficult because I see where it comes from. I had a step parent, and I see the things I used to do to her. I'm like, yeah, I see this. My patience is a little bit different because I know how it'd be to have a step parent. So I think that helped me with the situation.
And I'm not being funny because I really don't know, and you don't have to give me the full rundown, but I would say that what do he has to lose or gain with you being in his life, right? As a step parent, any step parent, not just you in general.
Yeah.
And I say that to say that because it's like, if you ain't my dad and I don't see no benefit from you, then I'm not about to even respect you for anything because you just talking to my mama for what? Like, what am I getting out of you? Right? That's first thing. Second thing is, how are you trying to discipline me? See, me personally, if I go into a situation like I got a stepdaughter. She like 32. She probably your age. 32, 33. Yeah. I was talking to her mom. I was 17 years old. And she still called me dad to this day. Hey, dad, what you doing? La, la, la. Still to this day. And the reason being is because when I went into that relationship, I talked to her openly, right? Well, like, look, bro, I get it. You're going to smoke. I get it. You're going to drink all this other shit. And she's like 13 at the time. I get it. You're going to do all that. But you got to respect your mom. Threw some Bible verses at her. Like, nigga, you said you love God? She's like, yeah. I'm like, look, check this out. You feel me? Threw some Bible verses at her. Like, I ain't telling you not to smoke because God, even in here, God said do it in moderation. And we don't know how old none of these niggas was in here. So I'm not about to put an age on it. What I'm trying to tell you is we got to have some respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Show her some respect and some morals and shit like that. And we grew.
It's not even that, man. It's just boys is different. Boys want to try you gangster.
That's cool. And how far are you allowed to go with them in your relationship? You've been married.
Oh, yeah, I'll go far as I want. But I'm just saying, it's
go there.
No, I'm just saying I'm just saying that to relate to that is a tough job.
He 8 years old, amen.
Yeah, but I'm just saying of that.
You ain't yoked him up, bro. You ain't
no. I'm just saying.
You ain't put him in the air one time. Right,
that's my
point. That's my point. That's my problem.
I'm saying this.
Still go up here right now, nigga. What, nigga?
I'm saying this, but that is needed in our community because little black boys need the guidance of hugs and
you ain't got
and the tough love. You know what I mean? I'm saying this because it's a lot, and that's why a lot of YNs getting killed because they don't got the direction. That's what the main of the whole thing is. You know.
I mean, a lot of people get killed because they ain't got no direction. Like
women too. Yeah.
We blame the young niggas, but they just the only thing to put a spotlight on. It's like, all right, we used to.
It's not getting the spot, but I feel like
what else you gonna put the spotlight on? Like, let's just be real, right? Like we can. What's more entertaining? Watching a whole bunch of black men walk across the stage grabbing a degree, or watching niggas go down the street shooting each other? Who gonna get more views, right? Let's just be for real.
But it's not. That is a point.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet more black men graduate than die. I'm willing to bet my whole life on that. There's more black men graduating than there are men dying.
But the main thing is not even that. It's that we promote goofy shit, right?
That's the point.
Like when I go back to my neighborhood, we might be not as worse as Akron or Cleveland or nothing like that, but
nothing new under the sun.
But it's the crime of just niggas recruiting each other. Oh man, that's a little boo boo right there. I remember Big Boo Boo used to do this. The recruiting of the dumb shit is at the all-time high, right?
No, it's pressed on us, man. It's the TV.
It's the TV. Niggas want to be Vaughn, but they don't want to be a pharmacist.
It ain't even that, bro. Like, what club you go to that's playing positive music?
None of them.
That's my point. It's not. It's everything. You go to a club. The club is telling you to beat up everybody. It's telling you to fuck that nigga's bitch. It's telling you broke. It's the club is going to depress you while you think you're kicking it, and then you're drinking liquor, so it's going to fucking make your emotions even explode even more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, it's like it's all systematic. Like, okay, you go to the club, listen to a nigga tell you to hurt somebody, you hurt somebody, you go to jail, you make license plates for $2 an hour. Or you stay at home and then you be mad because you can't go to the club. Like, and why don't you want to? And so at the end of the day, it's like what we are not doing is we are not breaking that. We are not going to make our buildings and have it play positive music only. I like the way you move. Like, we can have cool music that doesn't have to fucking be about killing. We got it.
It's not even that, man. It's like I don't even know where the nearest jazz bar at.
Jazz, blues, all that shit. That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, it's just like we don't have the option to go to these places, but we are not giving ourselves the option to go to these places either. And until we understand that, we just gonna keep on fucking ourselves over. Every trip is either gonna be, nigga, I know you love the hood, but I give you $2 million to come shake your ass. Next thing you know, your daughter is shaking out. I just talked to my daughter about that. Like, you, as much as you respect me, do you know? And she still ain't answering me because I know she been thinking tough on her. She already got her answer and she just don't want to give it to me. But it's like, nigga, you mean tell me if a motherfucker came to you at 18, 20 years old and was like, I give you $20 million to do this show, but you got to do it with your ass out. You don't think you would take it? She like, no, I probably wouldn't. Not with my mindset right now. But I don't know. I'll give myself. And I threw on there like maybe, you know, one of your grandparents got something going on with them and they really need the money, but none of us got it. The insurance ain't working. There's all kinds of fucked up positions that they will ask you to do some fucked up shit for some money, and you know that money will fix it, but you got to do some fucked up shit to get it. And I say that to say that's where we at in our community, bro. We don't have the option to go to a blues or jazz, so a motherfucker gonna come and give us $20 million to go to a blues or jazz, where we got to do it with our ass out or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
And the shit sad, man, because I think about the seeds I gotta keep on doing, and I'm trying to
it's our
build.
fault for keep bringing them into this motherfucking world, bro.
This is my last go round, man. I'm snipping that line because the world is crazy.
See, that's the problem. The world don't even. Did you know? And I ain't even gonna quote it. I'm gonna just tell you though. There's a part in the Bible where God say this is Satan's world. Satan is the ruler of this world. The whole point of life is to reproduce. And life right now got you not wanting to reproduce. That's when you know motherfucker has won. Nigga,
I don't want no more kids, man. Kids
nah,
expensive, nigga.
Now you saying that shit with
Kids
your
expensive,
tongue,
nigga.
and you making that shit powerful. But what I will say is, number one, we did that shit backwards, right? I watched the clip where a nigga said, nigga, us as black people, we have our kids early. And then we stress our whole young lives trying to motherfucking make these kids right. And then we spend our older lives stressing trying to get our lives back together after they get older. But the white people, they don't start having their kids till they 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time they 40, they done got everything together, everything situated. They got their finances taken care of, all that shit. They know what they got to do. And now they can focus on the kid.
But you know what white people do and other races do? They value marriage more. You notice that?
Yeah, but
marriage and commitment different than. And we got to also put that on the black mothers and black fathers. A lot of them niggas was forced and I got options. I got these 10 degrees. I don't need no fucking nigga. And fuck that nigga. And if that nigga can't match my 250,000 I'm making with the white man, fuck that nigga.
You ain't never like just. I try to forgive us, bro. I do. I gotta get out of here in a minute, but I try and forgive.
I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I gotta go doctor.
Listen though, real quick. Listen. I try to forgive us. I've tried to forgive us because, nigga, we've been through so fucking much, my nigga, that when you think about it, you cannot sit here and tell me that black people don't need therapy. Like we should have been
definitely do.
Right, we should have been getting therapy since 18. Now, first off, we should have never been going through the slavery that we went through. But if it's because of God's reason, then fuck it. But anyways, 1865, we should have been getting therapy then. We should have been getting, as soon as they freed us, they should have said all black people get free therapy. All slaves get free therapy. They should have started with them. How the fuck is niggas supposed to survive when 60 years later, 1930, y'all still hanging us? 60 years later, 1965, nigga, 100 years after y'all released us, 1965, y'all killed one of our leaders who's marching for civil rights. Like at the end of the goddamn day, niggas, 1965 was less than 100 years ago, bro. And we are still sitting here fighting for some type of right to something, or talking about something with the Black Lives, or talking about how fucked up Black Lives is, when we forget what they did to our grandmothers and grandparents, to why we even here now, why we think like we think. You take the motherfucker out that thinks for you and then thinks for you. Think about that. You remove a motherfucker that thinks for you and then come in and think for you. And now you having kids. How they gonna think? And then they having kids. How they gonna think?
Not even that. They destructed. They killed all the powerful Black Panthers and took them out, and
that's what I'm saying. So at this point in time,
took the whole party out. So you think about that, and
it's
like,
difficult to blame us. It's difficult to blame us for what we own. The only thing that we can do is really fix our goddamn mind, bro, and figure out how to motherfucking move this shit, dog. Because they got us fucked up. And we'll talk about that shit later too, bro. But it's a lot of shit going on with the government right now, bro, that I'm really scared for our community, bro, because we blind, bro. And I don't really think we see this way they moving. And they doing it blatantly in our fucking faces.
Oh no, we stuck in the matrix.
I don't even think we stuck in the matrix at this point. I think we know we that like in the matrix. In the Matrix, it was only one Neo, then a couple viruses, and then a couple.
The Neos, the rappers, the Neos, the music, in the Black culture of.
The Neo is the nigga who realized we in the Matrix. He was, and everybody else was plugged into the machine stuck. And then in part two, he was talking to these the one nigga, the one virus dude was talking to this dude in the restaurant they was eating, and he was like, "Shit, Neil trying to release everybody, trying to free everybody up out of here. I need you to help me stop him." Dude was like, "What I get, man? He had the steak in front of him, everything. It's fake as fuck, right? The steak is fake. This is the Matrix. The steak is fake. He eating it like, are you telling me I can have 30 million eat like this whenever I want, however I want?" Like, yeah, or you can go back to reality. Dude decided to stay in the Matrix. Like, so you got to understand, like, there's going to be people out here who going to be like, nigga, just like with the slaves. Like, they said, slaves, nigga, there was some of them want to stay.
And they did stay. People don't understand. The sharecroppers, you still a slave because you get still a small percentage of the crop you was doing. Shit. So you still was stuck in the Matrix.
Even then, it's just like, where else I'm gonna go anyways, though, right? I don't know nothing.
Yeah, I don't know anything but picking cotton.
That's fucked up.
And
like,
farming.
Think about that. No, you don't think y'all supposed to be putting this in labor just because of that? Niggas was been getting beat, slapped, right? And they rather stay than go out here and get a whole new life because they so scared of the fucking world, as they should have been. Because as soon as they released them, what was made?
Like you said, man.
You remember what was made, and then we got here. Would you remember what we was made? As soon as they released the slaves, what was made?
What was made?
The KKK. Yeah. Simple.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And the only thing about that is they cannot. The grabbing was still going on, and a lot of that shit was going unsolved.
Who want to be free? So you telling me I either gotta leave this white man who probably gonna keep me alive as long as I get his cotton together and I get a bill in a nice little hot cot, or I go out here and try and live on my own, but there's white men riding around the roads and horses and shit hanging us just because, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing because we don't get a civil rights movement until 100 years from now. Which who would even think about that? Like, nigga, it's 1960, it's 1868. 3 years after the slaves are freed. Niggas just like, yeah, nigga, because I guarantee you in 100 years, niggas will have civil rights.
And you look at this before we get the fuck out of here. They needed us for every war. The war with the Indians. Hey man, come on, niggas, get a gun.
The war with the Southerners, the war with the Southerners.
Europe,
World War One,
the
Germany,
Viet Congs, all the motherfuckers they needed. Desert Storm, Iraq. You know, they always need us for the help. But anyway, before we get out, man, let the people know what you got going on. And you gotta get the fuck. I gotta get the fuck up. I got doctor's
appointments. What's up, man? Y'all got me. Y'all come find me at Podcast Lit on Sundays at 9:00 Eastern. I just did a cool ass show, man, with the VR experience. You know, so go check that out, man. Every Sunday, 9:15 Eastern. I do 2 other shows. The Court Report on Tuesday, 8:15 Eastern, and What the Shit Wednesdays, 8:15 Eastern, all on YouTube and Facebook. So come check us out live, man. Shout out to my bro Rod. He gonna have me over here doing some news for him. So you know I'm gonna pull up. Thank you for having me on the show too, bro.
All right. And I'll see everybody next Sunday. I gotta come up with a title. I'm supposed to have a guest next Sunday. Brandon Clune's supposed to come on. He's a comedian, produce shows. So hopefully I can have Boom back, or he's going to send me clips of the news, and you know, and it's going to be what it is, man. I appreciate you coming on, and I gotta get the fuck up for these doctor's appointments no more, or I'm getting a black eye. Nobody can be able to see. All right, we out.